Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tarnation TV's broadcast on a Saturday night, first time in a while. We are broadcasting the All-Star Race at Talladega Nights Racing League here inside NASCAR Racing 2003 season. So thank you for watching. My name is Blaine, joined with Brad.
Hey, sir. How are you this evening?
Oh, man, this track isn't as big as we're used to.
I was just about to say, what have you done with our Talladega?
I don't know. Whatever they've done with
First of all,
they've stretched it out, and it's still good, though.
they added some seats in the, I was going to say infield, but that's big. Would that be?
We can give, you know what? We can give the fans a tour of the joint here. So this is Michigan International Speedway. They will hold the All-Star race here today. So you really need to, there's a lot of different strategy involved with Michigan. Just because it's not as long as Talladega, obviously. Talladega is the longest track in NASCAR.
Yep.
But then this thing chews up tires a lot more than Talladega does also. So this should be a very interesting race. It's got this is the original. You can tell it's the original because it's got the 76.
Right.
The newer updated tracks have the Sunoco sign. This still has the old original Winston Cup Series logo in the infield too.
Right, and they have ashtrays in the pit lane, so you know that's how old this track is.
But this is Michigan International Speedway this evening for the All-Star race. Any driver that won a race in the last little bit of, we're going to set up pit lane 1 cam here. And we'll do pit lane 2. So it's always the worst, my least favorite one. So this is another interesting thing here. So you see this, the drivers need to come off turn 4 here. And as they get down onto this transition, this is going to be tough because if you start breaking in here, this isn't as grippy as that is. You can see the change in color of pavement.
Yep.
So when they're up here, they're sticking. When they need to come to the pits, they're moving pretty quick coming down here. You might see some drivers start slowing down back here. But you can get to the end of this white line, just steer it in here as hard as possible. And once the car flattens out right here, slam the brakes on because that tire wall, that's where that line.
That's the pit entrance there.
That's the actual commitment line. That's where you need to hit 55 miles an hour. So you do have quite the little flat spot to make that happen. So you can drive it down there pretty hard. So this will be interesting to see nonetheless. You know, I want to put it up on the roof here, maybe.
Sure, why not?
Put it. Let's hang it off the side of this building, and then maybe get a little bit closer there. This is pit lane 2 cam. We're going to lock this in. That way we can see the race to pit road. But yeah, this will be an exciting race tonight. I like switching it up. I like different tracks.
This will be something new. Not everybody likes it, but you know what? It's nice to mix it up.
Well, especially, let's see here. I think I had, was it this one? Nope. Was it this one? Yes, this screen I'm showing right now. You can see the scroll on the left side of your screen as a list of names. The name, of course, of the driver who qualified to be in this race and the race in which they pulled it off. So if anybody won a race in 2023, near the end of 2023, they qualify to be in this All-Star race. So out of these drivers, some of them will show up tonight. Most of them look like they're here, actually. We've got 31 people connected to the server right now. So those guys, you can see there too. Graham McDonald is in. He did not win a race, but he did pay for the broadcast. So thank you very much, Graham. He is tonight's sponsor, Graham McDonald in the 24. He's also sponsored tomorrow's race at the I Love Excellence series on Sunday in the trucks.
Nice.
Sponsored by Hubcap and Wheelworld.com. It was also paid for by Graham McDonald in the 24. So thanks a pile, Graham. My PayPal was blowing up the last couple of days with because Graham's from Canada. So am I saying it right? Graham. I always have Graham McDonald. I'm probably saying I'm probably saying Graham.
I normally mash them together, so like Graham.
Yeah. So he
like I
Mr.
almost
McDonald.
make one syllable. of his name. We should find out how many syllable, one or two. Then we say Graham.
How many?
Not,
yeah.
you know, like you don't want to say the H.
No. So it's definitely going to be Graham. But he was, because he lives in Canada, when the leagues pay me, it's weird because they get like, I don't even know why, but PayPal will charge for like international currency exchange, even though it's literally a number on a screen. It's not physical gold being exchanged. It's like just a digit.
Why don't you should keep it as US in your PayPal account, because US dollars are worth about 5 million Canadian
They are
per
worth
one
more,
US dollar.
They only need to pay me $40 a race. They only need to pay me like, I think it's only like $31.50 something cents.
Premium deal.
And if they accidentally pay me $40, then I end up getting like 60. So,
right.
You know, it's Canadian funds is what we charge. So that's the cool thing with Graham is he can send me the money, and then nothing changes because it's not crossing an imaginary border. But prices may vary. It depends on the event. Most of it's on the TarnationTV.com. I think they're listed at $60 a race and $80 for a special event. Because those, you know, if a race is longer than a couple hours, then it's a little bit more work to kind of
lights on,
brand it. Yeah, but then we do a lot of work here at Talladega Nights, so we knocked the price down a bit. Brad and I had that discussion.
TV.
We're like, yeah, we gotta
absolutely
give him a TTV coupon.
Refer a friend, you know, buy 7 broadcasts and get the 8 one free, whatever it is. We're like the Subway of broadcasters.
Right.
You're eating it. It's there. It's convenient. Is it the best? No. Are you going to go home hungry? Not likely.
No. Why would you from Subway? There's a lot of bread in that store.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do have
some bread.
We do have some, bread, the good stuff. We do have some races coming up. Of course, tomorrow, if you join us again, we will be here for the truck series here, the IPIS Excellence Series, race number 2. And then, of course, every Sunday after that, except for the 18th, we're headed back to Daytona with the SMO series. The SMO League has hired us on the 18th, so we will not be broadcasting here. We'll be broadcasting from Daytona over there at SMO. That race is a tribute to Ken Strong, one of their guys who passed away, the 4th annual tribute race for Ken. So Mr. Strong, we'll do him up a good broadcast on the 18th of February.
Right on.
Are you seeing the broadcast screen right now? Do you see the advertisement we got up there?
I do see a King of Kings with some crazy artwork there. Nice. I like that one.
Yeah, I always love
I see the team
stuff.
Manufacturers. Right? That's some Adubin's business. He is, in fact, the King of Kings until tonight. And then we'll Photoshop your face, the winner's face, onto the skull board, or whatever his name is. You look a little grumpy.
The guy on the left there? That's Baphomet.
Yeah. Is it?
It is, yeah. We got to keep the Satanists happy.
I couldn't see if there was... I didn't see you waiting for more of a ghost face on there. I'm watching it on my phone, though, too. My arms aren't long enough to see the finer details of that 120p.
Right. So the King of Kings Eliminator. Do you want to know what the word Eliminator stands for? Oh,
is it an acronym?
No. Oh my God, okay. I hope not.
Sorry, that's what you meant. I'm like, holy shit.
Excellent. Oh my God. Can it be an acronym? Let's see.
Of course it could be.
Everyone let Ian make
nachos.
Inconsiderate nachos and temporarily organize your room. Got it.
Yeah, there you have it. That's what it stands for.
That's what it is.
It's canon. It stands there. It stands now. It's the lexicon there.
Pressure's on. So what the King of Kings usually is, now this is what's happened in the past. Ken Roberts is in control of this King of Kings series, and every time it changes a little bit. So before it's been heat racing at Talladega. We'll do these 10-lap sprint races, and then we'll take the front 3 winners and then the back 3 winners, and then they race against each other in a separate thing. They do about 4 of those, and that locks in the main event. That's a long event. usually about 3-hour event. So what he's doing here with the Eliminator, it's really cool because we're going to end up watching the back of the pack, I think, because they'll set up a race for, say, 47 laps. So it'll be a full race, probably a 47 lap race. I'm just going to assume. And we'll run probably with yellows
Royal
off.
Rumble?
And as you know, maybe they'll let them go 10 laps, let them get warmed up. And then like the back three, the guys that are like the last 3 cars, they got to pit and retire. And then they'll run 5 more laps. And then the last 3 cars got to pit and retire. And then they'll run 5 more laps. And the last 3 cars got to pit and retire. So it goes right down to 10 laps. And then they're into that 10-lap sprint situation where we're watching like the last 11 cars run for the win. So it's going to be like you see the back of the field falling off and the field's getting shorter. So it's a battle to stay up front. You don't want to be in the back. So our camera angles are definitely going to be different in that race. I'm really looking forward to that one. That's March 9th.
That is going to be a lot of fun. I've never called a race like that, and I'm super excited and very, very much looking forward to that one. I'm like, now we're talking about shaking it up a little bit here and changing up the style.
It's neat. Fantastic. It was a great idea because I'm thinking, because the heat racing's fun, but it's hard to keep track of it because we're only us. Like there's only 2 of us, and Ken is very good at steering us in the right direction because I have a lot of questions for Ken when it comes down to the heat brackets.
That's the thing, and plus
and they do it in dirt track racing.
1 1/4 race fans. Like I'm only as part way there. I'm still loading, if you will. The bar's not done.
It's buffering. Yes. But that sounded really cool. So that's just going to be a normal race, but then the field will get shorter and shorter as the race progresses. So I don't know if they're running. This is more stuff to ask Ken. I'm thinking they might turn yellow flags off, and they might actually turn damage off, and then just eliminate guys. Yellows might stay on. I don't know. That we're gonna have to wait and see, but that's how it works. That's why it's called the Eliminator, because cars will start getting eliminated every half dozen laps or so. We're going to see 2 or 3 guys disappear. So it's going to be kind of neat to see who's left at the end, and then it turns into its own little sprint race to the checkers. So that'll be the King of Kings Eliminator, and you can see the other graphic underneath that one. That was designed by Rodney Sullins. The Team Manufacturers Race. We're pulling out the manufacturers' cars again. That'll take place on the 17th of February, and Nate Balser has bought that manufacturer's race advertising as well. So thank you for Nate on that one. Of course, we'll broadcast that one on the 19th of February. Fantastic. Go ahead, 56.
Well, hello there, the B&B guys. How you doing tonight? Welcome to Tarnation TV in the house.
Yeah, buddy. Let's do this thing. All-Star Racing.
All right, you ready?
Yep, let's do it.
All right.
All right, we're on our way up. Qualifying's done. See what's going on.
Cool. See you in a bit.
Yep.
Wait here. And we'll wait any minute.
One of these days. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys doing tonight? Thanks for coming out on a Saturday. A lot of fun doing all-star races, especially at Michigan International Speedway. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Always fun broadcasting with a full roster in play. So good luck to everybody involved. And we'll hand it off to the pole sitter, which would be the number 23. Doug, take it away.
Evening, everybody. P1, Doug Hulick from Plum, Pennsylvania. I want to shout out to my family, Karen, Nolan, and Bailey. Special thanks to Rodney for painting this PPG Toyota Camry. Boy, she's fast. Good luck, guys.
Starting P2, driving a number 88 NOS Energy Dodge Challenger, Grant Wesley from Princeton, Indiana. Let's go all-star racing, boys.
Starting in 3rd position, Keith Bynum in the 63 Chevrolet Camaro, sponsored by Hubcap Annie. And I just want to say, hey, Mother, I love you. And good luck to all my fellow drivers. Let's have a good, fun race.
Denny Carroll starting 4th from Big Stone Gap, Virginia. Good luck, fellas.
Greg Loveland, the number 8 all-star car. Frank Divins painted it for me, for all of us. the whole team. But good luck, guys, and let's have fun out there and let's keep it green.
Starting in position 6, the number 60, Perry Vaughn, out of somewhere in Virginia. You like that, Perry? Good luck. He's honored to be in this all-star race, and everybody just have a good time. Let's have a clean race.
Starting in 7th, 43, Bob Dixon from Macon, Georgia.
Starting 8th, Alex Moe, Southern California, 48 Low Chevrolet.
Starting in 9th, the 388, Dan Lovell from Big Stone Gap Racing Team. Thanks for the paint, Frank. Sweet rides, red, white, and blue. Good luck to all you drivers, and let's enjoy this all-star race, guys.
Starting in 10th, driving the Superman Toyota, the number 56 out of Mooresville, North Carolina, Jeffrey Elliott. Guys, thank you for coming out to that 2023 2.0 All-Star race. Enjoy yourselves. Let's have a great race.
Starting 11th, driving the 931, Robert Breedlove out of Lancaster, South Carolina. Good luck, everybody.
Starting P12, Craig Palmer out of Lewis, Delaware, driving the 22 Flaming Hooters Chevy, painted by the one, the only, Rodney Sullins. Good luck, guys.
Starting lucky 13th, Craig Hagley in the 82 McBee Excavating Ford Mustang out of Canaan Valley, West Virginia. Good luck tonight, guys.
Starting 14th, driving the number 091 Quaker State Pontiac from Fenton, Michigan, Sean Dotson. Good luck, everybody.
Starting 15th, number 043, Brian Lovell from Big Stone Gap, Virginia. I'd like to thank everybody, for what you're doing to keep this game going on, and let's have fun tonight.
Starting 16th, Stephen Brandstetter from Randlett, Oklahoma, driving the 510 Oklahoma State University Ford Mustang painted by Blaine Donlin. Let's have fun, guys.
Starting 17th at the 55, Ken Roberts driving the Mountain Dew Chevy, painted by Rodney Solins out of West Bend, Wisconsin. Good luck, everybody.
Starting in 18th, Chris Elliott, number 9, Doritos car out of Mooresville, North Carolina. I want to say a shout out to my lovely wife, Tammy, who lets me come out here and race all the time. Appreciate that. Thank you, honey. And my boys, Logan and Christopher, and my grandbaby daughters, Cora and Kaya. Let's have a good race, guys.
Starting 19th, driving, I believe, a Chevrolet, number 711, John Godfrey out of Cornelius, North Carolina. Guys, have a great race. And I want to congratulate, I believe the first All-Star winner was Stephen Brandstetter, and the last All-Star winner was Keith Bynum. So congratulations, guys.
Starting 20th, Bobby Farrell, Frederica, Delaware. And then number 7, Motorcraft, Quick Lane, Ford Mustang.
Starting 21st, and the number 27, Tarnation TV, U.S. Army, Harley-Davidson, United States Post Office, Aptar Group, Cadillac, painted by the one and only Blaine Donlin.
Starting 22nd from Gainesville, Georgia, Mark Pagley driving the 28 Wood Brothers Motorcraft Ford, painted by Rodney Sullins.
Starting 23rd, number 0, Alex Ortiz, driving for Team Wrecking Ball. Shout out to my lovely girlfriend who is watching the race right now.
Chris Van Vliet, driving out of 24th spot, the number 10 Adidas ride. Good luck, everybody. Have a good race.
Starting 25th and the 24. Mopar Dodge is Graham McDonald from Sarnia, Ontario. Good luck, everybody.
Starting 26 in the number 19, Mellow Yellow Chevrolet from North Springfield, Vermont, Rod Weston. Hey, Mackenzie. Have a good race, guys.
Rolling off 27th, number 38, Black Rifle Coffee Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, Rodney Sullins from Bentonville, Arkansas. Good luck, everybody.
28th, Josh Slocum, number 2, Toyota Camry. Good luck, everybody. Thanks for to all the admins for this race. Thank you.
Well, there you go, Mr. Don Lynn. Is your starting grid for the 2023 2.0 All-Star Race.
And what a grid it is. Thanks again to everybody for showing up. I wish everybody the best of luck. Let's go racing.
Thank you, Blaine, for what
Love
you
you, man.
This Palma. And we are back in the booth.
Yes, we are.
Palmer's up there, eh? Love you, man.
Oh.
See, that's the thing. Some of these guys aren't able to race on Sunday nights or Thursday nights.
Right.
Therefore, they're able to show up on Saturday nights. So guys like Greg Palmer, a lot of different guys, great Grant Wesley and stuff. So if they're busy on Thursday because they're Rolling Thunder, so.
Oh, that's good. We'll see some old names and I guess any new names in here tonight, or is it pretty much the same crowd, but just some different people we have not heard from in a while?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to turn off my night filter for the Talladega races. It doesn't look too bad, though. It would have been way worse if it was snowing, because we have called races when it's been snowing here at Michigan.
Yeah. Not much to see here, but it should be an interesting race tonight. I've got a bunch of questions, too, I forgot to ask. Like, what are we looking at? What are we looking at for the usual rules tonight? 3 times for the fuel?
The pit frequency? Yes. Yep, we're running a 3X, and we do have 60 laps total to run this evening. So and this is going to be a tire track. Tires usually aren't an issue at Talladega because it's high-speed track and it doesn't really munch the tires that much. But, I mean, you can really drive hard here at Michigan and burn those right sides off.
Right. Well, then that'll be interesting because that's not anything that we're typically used to seeing. So, and I don't know if that's a lot of the people out there we're used to even necessarily driving on, right? So that should make for some interesting action on the course. Those of those who are only used to driving at Talladega, which is the large majority of the people, but Talladega is a pretty familiar track compared to Michigan for sure.
Right. Yeah. There's a lot of different strategies because every single track is completely different. We do run a lot of Talladega, so the tires come into play. We are running the truck physics here. They probably can run wide open all the way around this place.
Okay.
However, the tires will start to slide later on in the run. So there's strategy there. Do you want to take it a little bit easy early so you have tires that are a little bit better than everybody else a little later in your run? Or do you want to drive the snot out of the thing early and get up there and get in to pit in front of everybody? Like, there's a bunch of different ways you can do it. You'll see multiple lines, like we're focused on Bob Sire right here. You can see the dark line. Going to have more grip, but you can race all over this track. This is the actual original Michigan track that shipped with the game in 2003, so this has not been modified.
Okay, so it's all just lipstick on it then just for the skins have been cool.
Yeah, higher resolution textures, that's it. The track itself is the same track, and it's a wide track, as you can see. You could go 6 wide through here if you wanted to. You're probably not going to see that happen. But some of these guys like to ride up near the wall. Most of them right now look like they're staying down in that black area there, the little bit more rubber down the bottom.
Okay.
There's Craig Hagley coming up on Ken Roberts. Of course, this is practice. This is happy hour for the next 3 minutes. We aren't racing yet. Which means I guess we can put up some advertising.
Right.
Wrong button. You think I'd know what button to press, eh? You'd be wrong.
Well, that's all right. There's no judgment here.
There it is.
The button is 8. I was not going to say 8, so
no.
I'm glad you're here to press that.
Oh, there goes Ortiz into the wall.
You know what? I think he was the only member of the Wrecking Ball crew to come out tonight, so just doing his part.
Oh, you know something? I think you're right.
I think don't get all excited. I read that in the chat.
Speaking of the chat, You want to go
I
down
listened
that
to that
chat?
directly from YouTube. Yeah, go for that's.
What do we got
By all
going on
means.
here? That chat is a monstrosity right now. Thanks again to everybody for checking out the YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed, do it.
Right.
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
welcome.
There's all kinds of buttons to click. So whatever you want to do, let it rip. We love you.
Right there, Garland was saying that Alex is the only member of the Wrecking Ball to make it to the race tonight. Make us proud. So that's where I had lifted that factoid. Fact.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
yeah.
Whatever. That little tidbit of info.
That's cool. Yeah. Hello, Tarnation TV. Let's get ready to rumble. Denny Carroll.
Mm-hmm.
The stars are out tonight because this is an all-star race. Catherine Dale says, "Make me proud, Alex. I love you." Aw. Oop. Alex is doing some stuff. He's the ladies watching, so that's funny. Catherine Deal. There's a guy in the league I raced with years ago. His name was Edward Deal. I wonder if they're related.
It's not a super common name that I've heard of here, but maybe where they're from. Like, oh yeah, it's like you're confusing us with the deals down the road. In the other town.
Yeah, exactly. I always remembered the name because the guy, South American guy, I think they would win every road course. Like if you went to a road course, he'd win.
Yep.
Or if he didn't win, he was like on the podium. He was getting first, second, third. The guy was amazing at going left and right in the same day. Because most of those NASCAR guys are just used to turning left all day long. With the South American dudes, they love NASCAR, but they also know how to drive a circuit.
Multifaceted.
Super cool.
Because they're talented. Nice.
So yeah, I wonder if Catherine Deal is related to Edward Deal. I don't know.
That would be something else. Mind you, I mean, racing could be, right? I was going to say, if it was outside of the racing world, probably slim to none, but in the racing
Probably very slim.
league,
It's a conversation starter, right?
Look at how many levels we have in here.
Mm-hmm. That is true. There's
Who's
Ulysses
there?
Sandoval, Javier
So he's
Negron
here,
in
but he's not
the
racing.
chat. Nope. The only way to get into this race is to win. And I think Ulysses was in the last All-Star race, so he must have missed a cut for this one. Perry Bond says,
Gotcha.
good luck to all the drivers. Careful on those cold tires. 100% right. We were just talking about that. We're just rolling
take
down
your time.
Yep. Rolling through the YouTube chat here before the race starts. Some guy named Blaine Donald said, thanks for watching, everyone. Mike Mangialardi, sorry, Blaine, the 029 is not racing tonight. I'm unable to show off your paint job. You couldn't pull off a win. Good job. Or good luck to all the all-star drivers this evening. Gary Mingus in the house. Come on, Frito. Shout out from Atlanta, Georgia. Scotty. Of course, Frank Divas is cheering for Team BSR. A brand new crop.
Makes sense.
Catherine answered my question. My dad might be kin to him. There you go. See?
Yeah,
I'm not losing my mind. Deal is a word.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so Garland Oaks in the chat says Ulysses is not able to race tonight. Did you qualify for this race and just aren't able to race? I have a feeling he won. I remember him winning something.
I remember. Well, I know for sure he had a second place finish. Did he have?
I don't know. He might have been on a team race because that counts too.
Yeah. Oh, maybe that could have been too.
Fired up here. Remember, one switch at a time, turning your stuff on.
Getting hard to remember things. Getting old.
All right, getting ready to go green. Let's take it to the booth here and get the Grand Marshal duties from the entire Balser crew.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Talladega Nights Super Speedway, one of the fastest tracks around. Presented by Talladega Nights Racing League and brought to you by Tarnation TV. Drivers, start your engines!
Of course, we apologize for the thank you for the Grand Marshal duties. But of course, I have it made at Talladega, so it doesn't really make sense. But it's all good.
Just play along if you'd be so kind.
Thank you to the Balser family for lending their voices to that. Gentlemen, start your engines. Drivers, start your engines. Sorry.
Drivers, right?
Yeah. There has been some ladies that have raced in NASCAR, so you got to say
Right,
drivers
so
start your engines, not gentlemen anymore.
Progressive. Which
Yeah,
is
buddy.
Good.
That makes sense. If you're good enough to make it here,
No
let's
matter.
do
If
it.
you could drive, you could drive. Let's
Yeah.
do it. Exactly.
Drive better than me. Taking a look at those Frank. Oh, thanks, man. Those Frank Divots paint jobs there for the All-Star race. There's Brian Lovell in the 043 right behind Craig Hagley in the 82.
Ulysses was November team winners.
Yes. He was on a team. The entire team. So, yeah, if a team won a team race, everybody on that team qualifies for this race.
Win is a win, right? Absolutely.
Yep. The team is a team, so there's no individual driver in the team race, so the entire team makes it. And Jeff, your car is working. There's that Superman car we were looking for. He hasn't driven that thing in a really long time. The man of the steel. You ready to go green? We got to say it 3 times, just like Beetlejuice. All right, boys. Green, green, green. Because that's how they do it in real life.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, green, green, green. Like your pit crew guy will scream it in your head.
Okay.
Pedal to the metal. We're just going to stick right back here in the... Oh, Grant slides up and tags that wall off turn 2 onto the back straightaway there. A couple guys did. You know what? I think that part of the track might get a workout today.
Right?
Cold tires too.
Everyone just, get a little bit of, warm them up there. There's no rush. We got 60 laps.
What? I think I might have installed a different camera pack. I might have installed another NR Eclipse camera pack to this because I don't remember that wall-mounted camera. I haven't been to Michigan in a while, though, so. Keith Bynum in the 63. Oh, you know what? Maybe it is. They might ask Keith to pull over. Keith is juggling sideways. There's Bob Dixon in the 43 STP.
Thanks a lot, AT&T.
See, when I was talking about multiple lines, you've got Keith up the top, guys running in the middle, and they're not really getting away from each other, so.
Oh, someone found the wall there.
Yeah, that's Keith again.
Getting a little bit loose there.
A little bit. It's all good. This is what we look like, if you want to know what we look like. A couple of bearded Canadians bundled up in our hoodies.
Trying to keep safe from the cold.
So guess who's in the lead? The 41 of Denny Carroll.
No stranger to the front of the pack. That's quite the patriotic paint job there.
Mm-hmm. Team Big Stone Gap will have all the cars looking the same tonight, thanks to Frank Divens. And Greg Lovell is driving an 8, not a 088.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so kind of mixed up because I thought on team races everybody drives the same color. No, not this case this time.
Well, they're still part of the team, right? Team Stone Gap.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be easier to see who's working with who.
No, that's all I meant, right? Because usually it's all like, okay, they're all the same.
Yeah, so Ulysses 1 couldn't make the race, and Javier said the same thing. He also won a race but couldn't make it.
Oh, that's right. So 1 of 4 racing us.
So 28 drivers starting this evening. Oh, Doug, that 23 PPG back there, he got the pole.
What happened there?
Pole position today with an awesome lap by the 23 Doug. I think he's just using the whole track, as it doesn't look like much happening. He's still right on his tail.
Right, and the buddy throwing the block there. Too wide, might as well be a mile wide here.
Yeah.
Unless you can draft up behind him and make a play for the bottom line, but... Okay, yeah.
Alex
48,
diving.
He found 7th gear and...
Yep. He's going to make that pass, I think. They're running door to door right now.
He wants it, that's for sure.
See,
I think they see that too. They're like, hey, come down here and help me block this.
Doug Hewlick at the 23 had a run on
Look
that lead, but then Alex came in there and totally walked away with that. He just forced him to take a different line, I think, and that's what threw him off. He had to kind of reset the car.
Just now, too, threw a little block there. He's like, nope, no one's going around.
Ooh.
There he goes. He find that.
He got the nose in there. Alex Moe driving
He
hard
must be
into
running
the corner.
that premium fuel.
Well, see, right now we're 6 laps in, so these tires are going to start hooking up now. These guys are going to start they're really going to be able to start driving these things. You do need to get about 6 laps on these tires before you can really start driving hard, because the tires are cold. You know, you got to get the car warmed up. We talk about that at Talladega, but it's fairly wide open and it's a very nerve-wracking style of racing at Talladega because it's so high speed and so close together. You wouldn't know this is Michigan by how these guys are racing, though, because they are.
Actually,
Alex is working.
He
Denny.
wants that.
He wants the lead.
Oh, and there we are. Oh, collision's on? No.
Oh, no. Car
Or,
upside
sorry, it's
down.
damage, sorry. It's damage on is what
I
should
don't
have
know,
asked.
actually. Damage should be on. So
I know
Doug
they changed
was
it up with the truck racing.
fighting for the win, or not the win, the lead. And now we'll go to the back. We will load up a replay and see what happened. We had a car upside down there.
This
I wonder who
replay
that
brought to
is
you by
there.
Swanson, Hungry Man Dinners.
Perry.
For when you're so hungry, you'll microwave whatever that crap is in that package.
Right.
Brought to you by Swanson.
Oh, he was fighting for we might have to get in the helicopter mode here. So Alex in the second position there looking for, he bumped the apron a little bit and stacked up that inside line just a tad.
All right. And nobody made it through there. Everybody got around him on the outside. They're in the grass, but damn.
That's unfortunate. So we will have some pit stops going on right now under yellow. First caution of the night, lap number 8 has begun. Looks like most of the field coming down here. Focus on Brian Lovell in the 04.3. About mid-pack. There's Greg Palma. He's taking full service. You can see him jacking up the left side of the car there now. So we got all 4 tires.
Might as well. You know what? If it's going to save your bacon later on, and your worst thing you're going to come out is at the end of the pack. That's a pretty good gamble, I think, this early on.
Yes. It is, because it's a long race. I mean, 60 laps at Michigan. Like we saw, it does take a half dozen laps or so to really get some heat in the tires, some heat in the car. And now we've just put cold tires on again, so.
Right? And it's so long. Did you create that new graphic? You know, that's got that little elevated music, like, doo, doo, doo. Like, please wait.
No.
Because we're old and we go to the bathroom.
Right.
Please hold. We will be right back with your show.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Let's all go to the lobby.
Right.
Any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Let's all go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Right.
Keith Bynum got credit for that last lap being led. He might have just stayed out to get the points. And he did. Bob Sire and Doug Hewlick right behind him. Not 100% familiar with the cameras at Michigan. I haven't been here in a while.
That's all right.
It's cool to see some different angles. So.
You could have fooled me.
You can see the guy holding up the stop sign there. He will turn it to green. There it is. What happened back there with the 7? You see that? You probably couldn't see it on the broadcast because the ticker actually covers it up. Just gonna rewind that a bit here. It looked like he was coming to the pits. Under yellow, coming to the pits. Holding the 50 mile an hour. It stayed out though. I don't know. No, because he's driving it.
No, I just feel like, yeah, you got distracted. Like,
Oh,
what do you want?
maybe
I'm racing.
Okay, he may have been serving a penalty.
Oh, okay.
He may have been asked to go to the end of the line. So he had to wait for... Oh, nope, he's doing it again. Interesting.
Blowing a gear?
Oh, there definitely is damage on because Perry Bond has the roof...
You got the chrome roof.
Scraped up after going belly up there.
I'm going to say it looks like the bottom of Clark Griswold's sled from National Lampoons, but I don't believe you've seen that, have you?
No.
Somebody call a doctor. For God's sakes, how's the man not seen this Christmas classic?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm going to strap you down one day. You're going to watch it. And you won't like it because I told you to watch it, but I'll tell you how good it would have been.
Did you check out the platform?
I did. I watched it.
How'd you dig that one?
It was good. I was left unsatisfied by the ending.
Really? I actually really liked it. I thought it was awesome. It was such a humanity kind of open your eyes kind of thing. I'm like, yep.
Oh, for sure. I just figured that for the journey that they went on with that, and then they didn't get into too much of the scenes above. I wanted more of that, but lucky for me, there is more because the platform 2 is coming out this year.
No way.
Yep.
Ay. Well, I liked the first one. I will watch the second one. I thought it was cool. I thought it was a cool ending.
No, it was well done. It wasn't bad to the point.
You're just like,
I just
thought, of course.
I thought it would have.
Like, it's just one of those endings, you know. You're like,
I thought it would have benefited from like even just another 5 or 10 minutes. Like even like they get to the top and there's like a creepy shot or just something. I felt like it could have used just like, if it was me, I would have put like at least another 2 minutes on there.
You know, it would have been
a little
cool
more
if it was the 091 Quaker Skate Camry. Wait, is that a Camry? Nope, Pontiac. The lights are off, so there goes the pace car.
I did watch it, so
cool.
Yeah.
Have you seen what happened to Wednesday? Did I tell you that one? That was another really good one. Willem Dafoe and Naomi Rapace. And she plays like 7 characters. I hope she got paid 7 times.
We did. I'm sure we did, because you told me to watch it.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
I'll watch it.
She's my movie girlfriend. Shelley hates her.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't watch this movie. She's like, why? I'm like, it's Naomi Rapace, isn't it? Uh-oh, the Stone Gappers are wrecking. And they're wrecking in the back, too.
I'm going to go put on some tea.
It is an absolute catastrophe out here right now.
Mind me, I'm going to tend to my jigsaw puzzle while they re-rack them and we get back to this. Let's take a look at the replay and point some fingers. Brought to you by...
You know what? That's the best. That's the most fun part. Let's pick on...
Johnson's finger pointing cream. When you got to keep your pointing finger in tip-top shape.
Right.
I use Johnson's.
This segment brought to you in part by Lubriderm.
Okay. If you're tisking somebody, you don't want to chafe your fingers as you shame them.
Oh, see, cold tires. Then he got wicked loose, hopped out of line, and lost it.
Oh, tags a teammate, which makes it worse. And then he got some damage on the front. And then everybody checked.
So you know what?
The
There was something going up in the back too. Yeah, there was Sire and Roberts are around before that even happened. They may have seen that happening though too.
And then they locked it up and they saw it coming.
Yeah, because he could see the smoke ahead, so everybody just kind of reacted.
Right, it wiggled a little bit there.
Oh, Alex locked him up
bad.
What? I wonder what happened with Alex.
I think maybe he was looking down. He was
full lock.
Texting and driving. And then he looked up to his screen. He's like, "LOL, babe, just racing right now." And then looks up and like, "Oh,
you know what though?
No,
No, I
what's
see
that?
what happened. That was actually a good call. I mean, not getting run into, obviously, but he was going to save it. He got loose coming in the corner. You can see here if we put it in slow-mo.
Yep.
Right about there, the back end of the car starts to hook out.
Right. He's on the lower end of on the course too, so it's not as grippy
So
down
then
there.
he
with cold
locks the
tires.
wheels and it actually stops the spin.
But
it's just right there.
it's just not the ideal place to lock the wheels up.
That was that was a really good correction, because if you jam the brakes on, you can get that car back. He was actually going to gather that thing back up until he got hit. That's too bad. That would have worked out
Telling
really
you.
good.
I'm telling you, brake plates are gonna make this racing a lot faster and more exciting of a sport. Everyone will poo-poo the idea, but if you could see see a scaled
brake lights,
brake lights, but not an on-off, but like a ramp up, so you could see they would like almost like a digital speedometer that goes across the back of the windshield, so
Right.
you know your opponent in front of you.
How
And it
much
flashes.
pressure?
If they're just feathering it,
Mhm.
or it comes on as soon as they let off. Just as soon as you let off the throttle. If you're coasting and clutching it, it comes on faintly and then goes up.
A
No more
progressive. I
yellows.
always thought about that, like a progressive braking meter, like to show you
Mm-hmm.
the other driver's brake pressure. Like, am I just trail braking or am I actually standing on it?
Right? Unless I can't see that being like detrimental. I can only see it being like useful for less wrecks. I'm sure
In
someone can
NASCAR,
develop
they'd
a strategy.
Yeah, they would probably never do it in NASCAR because it's stock car racing. They try to keep these things as stock as possible.
Yeah, except for the engines, the frames, the bodies,
Well,
literally
yeah, I mean-
everything. But
But I
it's
mean,
the most
still, when a NASCAR
ridiculous-
driver sits inside the car, there still is a clutch pedal and there still is a stick, and
Oh,
there's
yeah.
no air conditioning. Like, it still is a real car,
But that's-
you know.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. There's nothing stock about these things. But,
No,
I mean, really,
no,
if you,
I know what you mean. Yeah, but, I mean, just bare bones technology type stuff. They're never going to put headlights on them. They're never going to have signals. You know, the windows
Is
aren't
there-
going to roll down. That's not going to happen.
no, but I mean, like, yeah, but is there anything in here that's even remotely like any actual part of Toyotas other than just like they designed a car that was loosely based on a Toyota?
Oh, I see.
But-
Yeah, I mean, the engine would be made by them.
Really?
Like,
That's
like
crazy.
Chevy makes the motors, but
Yeah,
it's I see what you're saying. Yeah. But like when you compare it to F1, like all the technology in those F1 cars is just ridiculous.
No, of course.
But you still need to be an amazing athlete
I
to
was
drive
saying,
those
yeah,
cars. So
misunderstanding the origins of the word stock car. I thought you meant they were
Mm-hmm.
just like, I thought it was to do with the fact that they were just cars that people used to just race around the backwoods and, like country roads. And they were just like stock cars that were tuned up to, I guess I'm thinking that is the origins of it.
Yes.
That's at least the story that I've heard. That's what I was thinking.
That
so
would
now
have been
I know they
whiskey
kept
running.
the name, right?
They would have
But
to
it-
outrun the cops for running into prohibition, right?
Yeah,
And then they
exactly.
turned it into a sport.
Right? Who can get the moonshine down to, Missouri in the record time?
Right. From Canada, because we never did that nonsense.
No.
Did we?
Yeah. I'm sure there was somebody who there's got to be enough people that were still operating stills and stuff out there.
Right.
I'm sure there is, even now.
Any takers
Hell, I got one in my
on pit
basement
lane?
here.
We do have some cars rolling into the pits. The Stone Gap crew coming down for a
15.
top up. There's Bob Sire in the 27 and Keith Bynum in the 63. On board with Mark Paglia. Didn't have his truck loaded up properly last week because during the transfer, Facebook put a space in the file name. So your truck will work tomorrow, Mark.
Thanks a lot.
Happened to a bunch of cars.
I was gonna say, yeah, it was too much for it to be just like one kind of thing.
We fixed it. I think I got to look at Perry in the 60. I think I have to figure his out. But that'll be a project. I'm just going to go through all the cars from last week's replay to make sure. Car lights are off. The car.
Car, right? The red one.
Yeah, the red one there. He turned off the blinky blinks on the roof. That way we're going to get back to racing.
And hopefully keeping it green.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Mike Mangialardi in the chat letting us know you do need to take all 4 tires at Michigan. Yeah, it's definitely a good thing. Yeah, the 7 was waiting on cars to pass him. Yeah, he got a penalty. Yeah, we think we figured that one out.
In the spotter telling you to. Oh, right, yeah. And there he goes.
Yep.
The pace car down pit lane.
The referee that drives the go-kart has finally left the racing surface, so we're getting ready to go green at the start of lap number 17. Grant Wesley will lead the pack.
Remember,
into
nice
turn
and
1.
easy, gents.
Yeah, they really
Just keep
do.
her in third gear for the first little bit here.
Yeah, and not full throttle. That's the trick too. You really got to feather that throttle because the ass end of the car will spin out on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some guys back here wrecking, trying to get back on it. We should eavesdrop on the main channel.
Or maybe we should just get in there because I don't think they're watching the broadcast when we're saying slow down.
Yeah.
While your tires are cold, slow down. That's what I'm. Maybe I was speaking too quiet. You didn't have me potted up enough. Come on, you guys.
You can, man.
Let's just drop in there for like 3 seconds of YouTube audio and get banned from YouTube forever. So, what was that? Oh, don't worry about that.
And it looks like Alex got loose again. He's having trouble holding on to that thing early.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a track that is, it does that to you. You do have to let the car get warmed up before you really can drive it. And the game, I mean, it's an older game, but in combination with the audio, the visual, and the force feedback in your steering wheel, it does take some
56 to the booth.
56 is calling us. Go ahead, 56. You're live on the air.
Live on the air. Hello, everybody. Total of 26 people watching live is what I'm seeing, so that's awesome. Yeah, we're having some restart issues with the slick surface. We're going to have one more caution. Under the start, we will be going single file.
Roger that. Thank you very much.
Tempo.
I will explain what that means to people who may not know what that means.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Hopefully, it'll get the race going.
Just keep smiling and nodding like I know what you're talking about, but I constantly wait for the explanation. So, for those of you who don't know,
so we just got a hold, of Jeffrey Elliott there. He was telling us that right now they're going to do, this will be the last double file restart of the night. What that means is the odd number positions, like if you're in 7th, you'd be on the inside line, and if you were an even number, like 22nd, you'd be restarting on the outside line. So that basically the cars, well, let's just show you
56
here.
to the booth. I brought you a guest.
We got Grant Wesley. What's going on, man?
Hey, Blaine. Brad, how's it going?
Live on the air, man. What's going on out there? I guess there's some cold tire issues with these yellows.
Yeah, setup's a little loose. Yeah, the cold tires don't really help things any. The guys just have to kind of mind their P's and Q's through 1 and 2, and then it should be smooth sailing from there. But yeah, we just got to get back under green and get this race going.
How's your car feeling?
She's free. I normally go down on my steering ratio on these 1.5 miles. It kind of loosens the car up a little bit, but given the setup, I left it the same. So it's the stock ratio. So the car's not too bad.
Nice. And what's the pit window on this with a 3X?
I didn't get to run a full fuel run in practice, but I'm looking at F3 right now, and it's saying projected lap 17. I would imagine 16 is what we're looking at on a full run.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I forgot to get out there and run some laps and get the numbers, so thank you very much for that. How long does it take your car to get hooked up so you can really drive it? I'm guessing not me. I think it's usually about 5 or 6, right? 5 or 6 laps?
Yeah, she tightens up after the first lap or 2. I'd say 1 or 2 laps.
Okay.
But yeah, so I came down pit road this time. and I'm starting to regret it because I'm buried pretty deep right now. So we're going to try to stay out of the carnage.
Yeah, we'll just, as long as you're near the front. I mean, right now you're kind of in the middle of the pack, so you've been up the front there. Hopefully you can find your way there again.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. We'll just play it smart, just try to stay out of trouble. I think that's going to be the name of the game.
Awesome, man. Well, we'll let you get back to it. I'm guessing the lights are probably out by now. Oh, they're not. They're probably going out next time around, but we'll let you get back on it there, man, and good luck the rest of the race.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Grant.
All right,
Wesley of the 88. Love that paint job. Love it. So he's
Super
saying
nice.
he's able to drive his car a little bit quicker after 2 laps. So I was over exaggerating.
Okay.
And he's given us a 16 green flag, under green flag conditions, 16 laps on a tank of fuel. Maybe that would sync up with tire wear. I don't know. See, if you drive it harder, you might have to pit earlier if your tires start falling apart.
I guess so. And depending on where you're driving on the track too, right? If you're on the lower line, it's going to be a little less abrasive. So, but are you driving it harder to keep it down there because the traction's not there, or are you losing more on the upper lane?
It sort of depends on the noise they're making. Like when I say with the audio, you'll hear the tires actually scrubbing. Like you hear them squealing. That means you're wearing them out. So you got to try to keep those tires quiet. The more they make noise, the more they break down. See how these guys are switching right now? So we were talking before how this is what they call a double file restart. So because Grant's in 16th, he had to make a lane change. Now that the lights are off, these guys are going to get their situations figured out on what line they need to be on. So like the rule that Jeffrey just let us know, this will be the last double file restart. If we have another yellow flag, they will be going single file. Which means they just line up in a straight line. Keeps it a little less hectic, a little bit more room to slide around on a single file restart. But then again, mind you, they only have to stay single file until they go over the start finish line. And then it's all every man for themselves. There's John Godfrey in the 711. Right beside him, there are Rodney Sullins in the 38. We're talking about creating graphics for this thing. Those two guys. Rodney, of course, the car designer, and John does a lot of work with track textures and stuff.
All right.
Beginning of lap 22 is about to begin here. We'll stay focused, probably right there. We'll just focus on Greg Palmer about mid-pack. You can kind of see the majority of the field this way. Whoa, Braidlove down on the apron. He collected it, though. He's slowing down. That top line's going to get jammed up. Yikes.
Little too close. I was just like,
wow.
Yeah.
Good save, though, man. That's good. They collected it. We've got some black flags. They will be cleared. Oh, we've got yellow on course again. We also have 2 drivers that were forced to retire. Alex Ortiz with a wheel problem, so he busted a rim. And Chris Van Vliet has been out for a while. Reason being, he has also retired. Well, now we need to load up another replay to see
what's happening.
What happened there? See if we can find the moment of yellow.
56 to the booth again, sir.
Go ahead, 56.
Yeah, we're going to be bringing one more quick special guest down here. Would that be okay?
Yep, let her rip. Looks like we found the replay. We already talked to Grant Wesley, but Jeff has sent Grant Wesley down again. What's going on? Hey, Jeff.
Hey.
We're talking to Grant again, Jeff. We can talk to Grant all night. I don't care. So, yeah, man.
I'll just be an in-race reporter.
Yeah.
How about that?
Long time no see. How's it been the last 2 minutes we haven't talked to you?
Well, I stayed out this time. I didn't pit this time. So since it's going to be a single file restart, we'll have a little bit of track position.
Nice. Yeah, a little bit early on the another yellow coming out, so you can track position like you were saying before. You want to be in front of all this stuff.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, Alex Moe, he was really cutting through there. He was looking pretty good on that last restart.
Oh, he's in this room now. That's the guy I was looking for. Sorry, Grant.
What's happening?
Go ahead, Blaine.
Sorry, I was just letting the dog out. Hey, Alex, what's happening, buddy? We'll see if we can find your car here. Well, how's that car feeling?
The car feels good. Setup's fine. Other guys are having some problems, but I'm not.
Yeah, we've been watching you up front there. You're driving that thing in there and you're holding on to it. So it's fun to watch, especially at the beginning of the race. So you're really putting the pressure on Stone Gap.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about them. They're from
Nice.
they're from a town of 6,000 people, and they got their whole own racing team. I ain't worried about them.
Yeah, ain't nobody worried about those guys.
Big Gap Stone, whatever they call themselves.
But you know what, guys? Alex, Grant, and myself, we've been together pretty much the entire night, so we run pretty good together. So I think once we get this thing going, we're going to pull away pretty good. What do you think, guys?
I'm down. Let's do it.
I think you guys can do it. So like you were saying before, Jeff, we're headed into a single file restart situation now.
That is correct. So we can try to get everybody through that first corner, because it only takes, like Grant said, a lap or two the most for this car to settle in.
Right.
And with that double file, you guys trying to hang on to it on the inside, the outside, and they're struggling with it a little bit. But I figure if we get through that, guys, I think we'll get going. What do you think? The start was pretty good. I was surprised.
It was good. Yeah, we ran 8 or 9 laps there. I was going to ask Alex, are you coming out tomorrow for the Sunday trucks?
Probably not. Probably be doing something else. But I mean, don't get me wrong, it is loose on these restarts. But when there's a car right in front of you and you got to back out, all it does is make your car looser.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's a mixed bag. We got a little off sequence there in pits, and we got mid pack. I was a little worried, but now we're back on sequence and back up front. So we'll see how it goes.
Awesome. Well, thanks for stopping by, Alex, man. We'll definitely be watching this thing. Good luck the rest of the way.
Yeah, enjoy the show, guys. Thanks for all you do. Thank you.
Thank you. Don't
All
forget
right,
to put,
Grant.
Yeah.
Any shout outs there, Mr. Grant, while I have you down here?
Just the usuals here. Thanks to Jeff and for doing everything he does, and Chris, everyone, all the admins out here, and Blaine and Brad. Thanks for taking time out to do this broadcast for us. And I got the broadcast actually going on my phone. I see there's 26 live viewers. That's freaking awesome. Shout out to all those guys watching us. Gives us something to race for.
Yeah, we've had 100 hits and 27 current. So that's, we always love it when we have an audience.
So we're going to have to retire after this and go at the top of our game.
Right.
That's right. You guys are going to go in retirement, because I heard the fees are going up next season. So anyways, it's always a pleasure, you guys, for broadcasting our races and have a superstar out here like Grant Wesley. So come on, Grant, let's get this thing rolling. You agree?
Oh, yeah. And no disrespect to Big Stone there. It was just all fun and games.
Oh, yeah. There's a little history there, but, we love those guys, and it's a little smack talking going there. So anyways, we'll get out of here, guys, and we're going to get ready to go green.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Good luck.
Well, smack talking part of the fun around here.
Oh, you got to do it. Yeah, man. You want smack talk, you talk to Alex. He knows how to do it. It's always fun having him on there, because he'll just call everybody out. Like, whatever.
Right? Make it fun. Have some fun with it.
Yeah. It's all fun and games. Let's see if we go through the field here. So we got Denny Carroll and Alex Moe, Greg Palmer, Brian Lovell, Rod Weston in the Mellow Yellow 19, Mark Paglia in the 28, Grant Wesley right there, Bobby Farrell right behind him. Whoa. Single file, boys. Single file. Jeffrey Elliott. Chris Elliott. John Godfrey. Doug Hillick. Josh Slocum. Craig Hagley. Keith Bynum. Right behind him, Rodney Sullins. Behind Rodney Sullins, we've got Bob Dixon. Stephen Brandstetter in the 510. Matches that truck he drives on Sunday. I wonder who painted that. Ken Roberts in the 55. Yeah. Robert Breedlove.
Sitting over here wondering.
Perplexed. Sean Dotson is in the 091. Greg Lovell's driving an 8 this evening with his 6-0 Perry Bond. Behind him, Bob Sire in the 27. Dan Lovell in the 388 in 22nd position. And rounding out the pack there is Graham McDonald. Sponsored the race this evening. Crossing the line at 26th. Graham at being at the back, I'm wondering how many pit stops he's made. 6. So he's definitely been going in and making sure he's got them fresh tires on there.
Nice.
Yep. And hanging out in the back, not getting in any trouble. It's kind of where I hang out most of the time, too.
The way to go.
Well, and you're able to finish.
That's where I'd go.
If you're able to finish the race, right? You're able. I mean, this isn't a points race, but if you are able to finish the race, you can get the points just by finishing. You know, and already a couple guys have retired, so he's not going to be last. Leader of the race, number 48, Alex Moe, in that Lowe's Chevrolet Corolla. I didn't do it, man.
No.
Chevrolet Corolla. Not my fault. Not my fault.
No. It could happen to anybody.
Yeah. Accidentally bought a Toyota and it had a Chevy on it.
You're a busy guy. You can't check everything all the time.
Alex has a hold of this track, man. He's actually got a pretty good gap between him and second place there. Greg Palmer in the 22. Rod Weston behind him in the 19. That mellow yellow.
He's making himself wide. Got that line down.
Been talking to Rod behind the scenes. If Brad can ever not make a race, Rod will lend his voice. So that'll be fun. Everybody wants to be involved in the broadcast. But you know what? It's the Blaine and Brad show.
Well, you know what? Then at least that way I don't feel so guilty about leaving you high and dry. Like, hey, guess what? 2 minutes to showtime. Are these green M&Ms in the bowl? I told you I don't mess with that stuff.
Yeah, out of here.
All right, yeah. Find yourself a new co-host. Who are you going to find that's going to show up at the last minute, do nothing, contribute zero, and talk all over you? Nobody. That's who I thought.
Yes. Nobody fits that description.
Good luck finding another one of me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's super fun, though. Everybody in this league is always contributing in some way or the other, so it's always cool to people will say, hey, man, if you ever want a backup, I'm there for you. So Rod was one of the guys that did that, so that'll be cool. If we're ever in a pinch, you might hear Rod talking.
That'd be awesome. No,
or
may
Jeffrey.
take up on that too, because you never know what the future brings. I mean, it could be a busy year.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of changes.
So it's neat to see Rod up front with Alex. Alex is he's pulling ahead here. You can pull up the intervals here.
He's got that's a sizable gap there.
Yep. He's in
the groove, right? He's found his lane, and he's just like, you know what, I'm just gonna drive this. And
yep. That's the thing too, consistency on a track like this is good. If you can find a line and stay on it and it's working, hit your marks, hit your marks.
Well, yeah,
just keeping it about
every once in a while,
0.2.
I'm sure you've been there before in racing games when you just, holy smokes, I thought he was loose there.
He was driving the wheels off that thing. He used the whole track. That's Brian Lovell in the 043.
You've had it before in games where you race and you just like everything. It's just going flawless until it isn't. Until you just fat finger it. More so on console for me, but when I incorrectly steer 1 millimeter and then I crash into the wall, I'm like, oh, I led 99% of that race, and I crashed into the corner that I knew that I would make 100 times out of 100.
Right.
And yet somehow I didn't.
You know what it is? It's when you think about it. Once you think about it, you mess it up.
Oh,
somebody
and there
thought
he's
about
thinking
something.
it.
Oh,
You know what your guys'
no.
problem is? You're thinking too damn much. That's what your problem is.
Sorry, Rod. It's the Tarnation TV curse. It's what happens.
Yeah. Oh, you were in our frame of view? Oh, sorry for your luck.
Sorry, we were talking about you for 2 minutes and just forced you to crash your car live on television.
And then if you were listening to us, after about a 30, 40-second delay, our message would have got to you, which would have caused you to think more about what you were doing.
Oh, I wonder if he
and-
got... we'll have to back that up. He may have got tagged, or he may have took the lane away. He may have came down too far. One way to find out is helicopter view. Because
That's
that
a fan
shows
favorite.
everything. Yeah. I'll probably go into slow motion here too. See if he
Right.
stays on his line, if the 41 slides up, or if the 19 comes down and squeezes the 41. Yeah, the 19 squeezing the 41. I mean, I don't know. That's tough to call that one.
So 41 moved down to the line as low as he could, though.
He can't go any lower.
And I can't say that's Denny on that one.
No.
Short of slowing down, he was assuming he's not going to come. Don't get any closer. Don't get any. Ow.
See, and he knows what he's doing because he's on the brakes the whole time, so he doesn't sling back into traffic there. So it's not his first day.
No, you know,
It's horrible to
and
see.
it happens.
But it's one of those things, like you said, it's the matter really of half a lane. Like, it's not even a big mistake. It's a small mistake, but it's just amplified on a track like this.
Right. Possibly in his blind spot there, too. Maybe he didn't get a good glimpse of where he was, or didn't know he was right as close as he was. I
The
guess.
spotter would have told him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, car to your left. They would have said, Carlo, stay high. They tell you that there's a car in the inside.
All right. So what we've got here is the case of someone doing the Top Gun and not listening to the spotter.
Right.
Somebody, like an ace pilot, who's
Yeah.
just too cool for school.
Yep.
And he's up there and he's breaking all the rules, breaking some hearts.
Breaking the law.
Right. We need a montage. Oh, Ulysses is watching from New York City. How about that? Big Apple.
I thought he lived in New York.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, no, he doesn't. He lives in Pennsylvania or something. I can't remember where he lives.
I honestly don't know. I just saw that he was in there, so I'm assuming if he's watching from New York City. I thought that's maybe he's like, that's why he's not racing. He's there maybe he's on business.
Business is good.
Right?
See, are we in
Maybe
the
he's,
YouTube chat here? One of the best, Grant. Just read the YouTube chat. The 41 and the 043 get together, it's over. Good luck tonight from Bobby Carroll, of course. Cheering for you all the way, number 41, Denny. Yep, like you said, Ulysses, the U is watching you from New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks again for participating in the YouTube chat. That's really cool to see all the live action there. We got 112 hits tonight already. That's pretty crazy. The
New
All-Star
York
race is a
City.
big deal. Yeah.
The pace, salsa commercial.
Oh, it sounds familiar.
It was like, I don't know, it was a bunch of cowboys sitting around the fire, like, oh, that's the salsa. And somebody breaks out the salsa, they're eating it, and then someone's reading the label, and it's like, oh, this year's salsa said it's made in New York City. And then the whole circle of cowboys like New York City in unison, and then there's like, I'm 90% sure it's for Pace. That commercial lives in my head forever. Like Pace Picante, made of real sauce.
I liked another one that lives in my head forever was the Lay's potato chip commercial, where, well, because I guess the word Eskimo isn't allowed to be used anymore, so we'll say it's like there's two Inuit people from the north sitting in the middle of a frozen wasteland up in like the Northwest Territories, And the guy pulls out a bag of chips and he pops a bag of chips over, and his buddy asks him, he goes, can I have one? He goes, if I give one to you, I'm going to have to give one to everybody else. And then the camera backs out and there's nothing. It's just these two guys sitting on a stool with a fishing hole, literally a million acres of nothing. And if I give one to you, I'm going to have to give one to everybody else. I always remember that too. It's so dumb. It's just dumb stuff that you remember, you know.
Frank says the U-Man lives in Baltimore.
Right. Maryland, right? Baltimore, Maryland.
You know what? I'm not a geography guy, so sure. I was gonna say, I can usually if I need to hear the name of the place, I can figure the state. But that sounds right. Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. Confident yes on that one.
Look at that Robert Breedlove's sponsor, Firehouse Subs. I'm getting hungry. There's Bob Dixon. Stay tuned after the race for the factoids of the evening.
One last favorite commercial. Again, same era, mid to late 80s, maybe early 90s. It was Sapporo Ichiban. It was like the instant noodle thing.
Okay.
And they would sing the song where it was like Sapporo Ichiban, and then some guy would like fall off a fence backwards, like a Japanese guy in the commercial. Because it was straight from Japan. It was like there was no English at all other than the name of. Or at least I don't recall it as that, but they were promoting noodles, and some guy was like laughing, and somehow he fell off the fence like every time. It was just a wacky commercial that was.
He's so wacky.
I'll find it and I'll send it to you because I feel like you don't remember it, and I feel like it's not.
No, I don't.
No. Maybe if I sing the song, but I'm not a great singer, so I'm not about to break out. But yeah, let me see. I'll find it.
Whose car do you want to ride inside for the crank it up?
Oh, who haven't we? Oh no, there's some bumping already at the back of the pack. Single file, even guys. Come on.
It hasn't even gone green yet.
Right.
Sean Dodson.
You know
Frank
what?
Hagley?
Sure.
Chris Elliott.
We should get one of those random number generators and pick one, so that way we're not like
put the roster.
Right.
Well,
Who haven't we seen in a while? So we've been on Thursdays. So let's see one of our Saturday nights.
Yeah, we haven't done crank it up in a while, so turn up your stereo system. We're going to take a drink of water and let's see what Sean Dodson can do on board with the 091. Well, that crank it up wasn't the most exciting one I was hoping for. Looks like the 711 of John Godfrey got tore up bad enough that he was actually forced to retire. We will load up a replay for you guys, see what happened back there. This is from the second position. John currently running in second at the line there. Going up through the gears. Got a little bit loose. And then slings right up into the wall after getting hooked around on a 45. And, oh, nowhere to go. That's major damage to the 24 and the 711. Let's see here. I'll get on board the 24. He unfortunately got into the back of the 711. Really, there's an accordion effect again where a couple cars got together there and lost control.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, man, of all the places on the track for the 7-Eleven to come to a rest, going into the turn here, the 2-4. Oh, Bob Dixon in the 4-3 slid up a bit, banging doors with the 24 and gave him no way out. And that ends John Godfrey's day. And it might also end Graham McDonald's day. Currently on
It is looking pretty thin in the back end. Oh,
yeah.
Never mind.
Wow.
They got the plunger out.
Yeah. His nose is not damaged. How is that possible?
That's a great.
Him and the 43 got together on the bottom there trying to avoid that thing, and then they both shot up right into the 7-Eleven and hit that thing full speed head on. And somehow the 2-4 doesn't have nose damage on the front of that car. That is interesting. That is amazing.
That is, in fact, something else.
Yeah, you don't say.
When you want to say something, but you've got nothing to add. I concur.
Extreme Motorsports was a sponsor for last week's race. So I didn't change that button.
How about a quick special guest there, 56 to the boot?
Sure. You know what I was thinking we could use? We could use a special guest.
We could use a special guest. Send them down. Who's it going to be?
I don't know. I'm just the idea man. I don't come up with like everything.
I just put up the winner screen on the pace car. I just jinxed it because he's not going to win. Josh Slocum in the 2, live on the air. What's going on, bud? Hey, Josh, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, now. How's the car looking, man? Is it you able to stay out of some of these wrecks and avoid any major damage?
I got tapped. I got a little bit of damage on the last caution there, but I don't know. Just try and keep the rest of it clean and let these tires get warm and see what we can do.
So what are you thinking with our lap count here? You guys can go about 16 laps or so. You're going to need to pit one more time, maybe even just for a half can of gas, eh? If it goes green.
Yeah, looks like it'll be about 3 to 4 laps short.
So what do you think if there's yellows? Are you going to opt to stay out, or you're in 18th currently, or would you be pitting the top up?
Watch and see what those guys do up front there. I got a little more fuel and some couple extra laps of tires here, so we'll see what we can figure out.
Right on. Yeah, I guess that's good being a little bit back in the pack. You can watch and follow suit if you need to.
Maybe slip in and take 2 if they go in, because they'll probably take 4 if there's a caution and say 5 or 6 laps.
Right, because I'm thinking now we're into the last 20 laps. It's all about track position now, right?
That's all it is right now.
Yeah, and you're going to need some. So this is going to be kind of cool. From 18th, it's not impossible. Some crazy stuff's happened here at Talladega Nights Racing League. So it's not over until that checkered flag is up there. So yeah, man, we're rooting for you. We'll be watching. We have been to this point, so we're not going anywhere.
All right, 10-4. Thanks, guys. You guys are doing a great job.
Awesome,
Thanks,
man.
buddy.
Keep up the good work.
Do you want to toss down any shoutouts before you let you go?
All set. Thank you, sir.
Sweet. Good luck the rest of the race, bud. Josh Slocum in the 2. Short and sweet.
How about it? Get in, get out. Just like that. Irish goodbye. Sneak out while everyone's busy.
Right. No, I mean, from 18th, it's a good spot to be, like you're saying, because if he could duck into the pits, you could see these cars coming out of the pits right now. They duck in one last time to just jam as much fuel as they can in that thing. You're thinking maybe if there's another yellow, you might be able to stretch this to maybe 18 laps, maybe 19 laps. Or maybe there's 2 yellows. Then you've definitely got enough gas. If you just came out of the pits, those guys in the back just came out of the pits, they've definitely got enough gas to get to the end of this thing. If there's probably 2 more yellow flags. coming out topping up with 18 to go, you know. The pace car has left the racing surface.
The pit car is heading to pace lane.
Yes. As always, too, thanks to Pilotical for the awesome sound effects pack. These cars sound awesome. And that is the reason why.
It's, I'd like to get these sounds piped into my Yaris.
Yes.
Or whatever it is. Yeah, it's the Yaris. I don't even remember. It's just a little subcompact. I drive it. It gets me places.
Yep. That's all that matters.
If it made these sounds, like inside, that's all I need. I could be happy. I just pretend we're launching off the line.
Right. It's a big engine. Alex Moe again out front, driving away. With Grant Wesley right behind him.
Thumbs down right to right to the bottom, but he holds it.
This camera angle is awesome.
That is.
They'll use the whole track.
All right.
This is a fun race, man. I mean, when they get rolling, it's great because it's, you know, some cool camera angles, some multiple line racing. Like you can see there, Denny and Wesley just door to door the whole time. No line's better than the other one.
Right, and I think that's the thing. Everybody's trying to just get that extra mile per hour on the next guy, and so they're not as cautious as they should be, perhaps, and especially too if you mix up the pit cycle. The pit cycles. So like if you're off by a lap and you come out, and now all of a sudden you're cold for a lap, and you see it kind of a completely different set of thinking than it would be at Talladega. Like it's just so much more to consider for.
Yeah, driving a little bit harder, burning those tires up a little quicker. You know, multiple lines. Like what line's going to save your tires? You know, like it's all.
Are you,
know,
going
you
to be able
can
to
really
stick
cook them
at this? Yeah, at this point in the race, are my tires going to grab?
And the way they're racing now, they'll need to pit for more. But will they get 2 or will they get 4? You know, you get 4 betting that guys will only take 2 because you're going to be faster than them, but then you're going to be at the pits longer. So it's a whole strategy scenario. And you can see back at the right side of your screen that 23 Doug Hulick at the start of the race was up there with Alex, got into an accident. He's right back in it again. That mauve car. I always love cars that like kind of you go off the path a little bit on the color choice. Like I would paint stuff like that, bright pink and brown. You know, like it just makes no sense. I love that. That's cool. Or black and yellow. You know, always works. But then, who's that down there? Nice save by the 4-3. Yowza.
The way he slingshot it back up onto the track.
Do we need to rerun that one? That was pretty wild.
I thought they were going to clip into the, I don't know what that other one's called. I'm going to call it alcoholic watermelon. The green and red one. That's what I think of it. It's like a Mountain Dew, but for adults.
Oh, a little side draft there on the 6-3.
But I'm watching it coming back up.
Wow.
Nope.
Ken Roberts with a big checkup, man. That's hats off to Ken on that one.
What is Ken's car? Is that a Mountain Dew? That's what it is.
That is Mountain Dew, yes.
All right. For some reason, I was getting watermelon vibes from the side down by the numbers. I thought it was kind of like
Mountain Dew and Texas Pete. He's always got Texas Pete hot sauce on there somewhere. He's got on the rear quarter panels.
The original blend, or is that the Baja Blast? And my kids like to call it the Baja Blast.
The Baja.
Baja Blast.
Grant Wesley to the apron.
Getting a little bit wild out there.
Yeah.
Just a little.
A couple of wild and crazy guys.
Pretty wild.
There's the pace car. Awesome camera angle there.
I'll trip you up every single time.
Focus on that guy for no reason. Awesome. Lap number 50 coming right up. These guys got her figured out now. These cars are warmed up and they got her hooked up. Alex Moe still leading this race in the 48. with second place position now is Jeffrey Elliott. He's been hanging out in the top 10 the last little while, and then all of a sudden we blink, and there he is right behind Alex. He's actually chasing him down.
Right? He's always kind of just there, though, lurking in the shadows and waiting. Then he just sleeps out when it's his time.
So the top left corner of your screen, that blue box I just brought up, has the interval at the line from the leader. You can see the 56 was a 0.31 behind Alex last time by the stripe. And that will update pretty quick when he goes through here. 31 dropped her down to 17. So he is definitely... I do believe that Alex Moe will be looking out the back of that rearview mirror right now, having Jeff all over that bumper and Palmer right behind him. And they're pulling away from Wesley. And who's that? Greg Lovell back up front again. He was at the back after that accident early on. Like you said,
It's
they got the
amazing,
plunger.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah, no, they shuffle it around and there they are, back up to the front.
Well, like you say, it's a long race. You know, some guys get frustrated early when they get spun out or something. It's like, man, I never retire unless my car blows up, because I've ended
Just
up,
never know.
even if you end up in 11th, if you're 35 cars on the track and you just hobble around and make it to the end, crazy stuff can happen. This isn't a points race, but these guys race like it is. Almost bump drafting here at Michigan International Speedway.
Right.
Alex is able to keep these guys in the mirror. We are coming up on some pit stops going to be happening here pretty soon, because what was it, 40? Lap 40-ish?
The last one, I think so. We've been green for a little while here.
So we might be looking at pit stops, I'm thinking somewhere between lap 55 and 60. Looks like we've got a car actually coming out there now. Keith Bynum. It's not Keith's first day. He'll just yield to the leaders, I'll bet you. Come out of turn 4 here. Oh, geez.
Oh, brake checking?
I guess I was wrong.
Yeah, where I come from, we refer to that as a dick move.
That was weird. I said it out loud. I'm like, it's not Keith's first day. He'll definitely yield to the leaders, but he stayed in that bottom line. I don't know. The leaders will usually.
But I could have sworn there was a check up there. No, did
he might have lifted his foot off the gas to regain control of the car. But I think it's weird.
I don't want to catch the first. No. I just thought it looked momentarily like, I'm like, oh, that was cheeky.
That was weird.
Cheeky.
Oh, Alex going to the pits. Okay. Yeah, it was strange because usually the leaders will communicate to lap traffic like, hey, Keith, can you stay high? And he looked confused because he was right in the middle. So I don't know if the leaders communicated that. You know, like nobody says nothing like, where do you want me to go, guys? You're waiting for that call from the leaders. Like, hey, Keith, can you stay high? And then you see that car go high.
Right. You
got a track like this, maybe you want to, like,
go around me.
Right. And that's the thing.
Around.
At Talladega, it's always stay high. But here, guys are running multiple lines, right? So.
Yeah, absolutely. You could be like, hold still and hope everybody goes around. Oh,
Palmer lost under green flag conditions. Greg Palmer got onto the flat. We were talking about that at the start of the race. Got onto the flat spot.
Where the grip disappears.
Yeah. That's where you'll get into trouble because it flattens out, and if you get on the brakes and you try to find these guys here. Oh, the 41. Oh, it looks like we're wrecking. Oh, they held on to it. Oh, maybe not.
No.
Yellow flag is up.
Race back.
Pits are closed.
Who's on the first?
I can't find first. I got second. First, right there, Brian Lovell. You're right. Race back. This is lap 57. And he's in first place. Wow. Okay, so that's a
He's
very...
in first place by a long shot.
Yeah, there's actually a car there that would get a wave around. That's Ken. Ken will go around. He's in the wave around position because he was between the pace car and the leader. So you're right. When you said race back, I looked at the ticker. I'm like, oh yeah, it's lap 57. Now the question is, does Brian have enough gas to get around all the way? With another 3 laps.
Interesting.
Okay, so he's on the apron. I want to go back and look at the replay, but I'm also not sure about the fuel situation in the 43.
Right. Well,
he might be at a gas right now.
If your Do Nothing co-host actually
He
makes
is.
game run, we could have.
He is at a gas right now.
That terrible.
Oh,
Anyways, yeah, I'll get the game
no.
run so we can get at least the replay going. And otherwise, that's my project from now on. But
oh wow!
As an aside, that's really garbage.
Oh, big mess up at the line there because guys were in the wrong spot. So now it looks like it's going to be Dan, I think. It's got Dan scored his first position right now in the 388 car. Yeah, horrible. Running out of fuel. And Brian is dropping, yeah, because he wasn't first. So yeah, the 043 runs out of gas. You know what the problem there was? It was probably, let's get on the 43 here actually. So he's going to be on pit road.
Yes, and the problem was that
see.
fuel needed to be in the tank, and then there was in fact none in there. That's what I'm understanding.
Yeah.
Problem is, we had air, we had spark, and we had compression.
But we had no
we
bang.
didn't have fuel.
Yeah. So there's where the yellow comes out, right? No, that's green. So he's passing all these guys. So they might have been checking up for gas. So
Right.
here's where the problem is. He needs to pit right now. But he can't because pit road is closed. But you
So
can.
does he take the penalty?
Yeah, he would have had to take the penalty and go to the back.
Which is, well, then that's almost his. Yeah. So either way, you kind of you're SOL at that point, right?
Mhm.
Like,
What do you do? You take the penalty.
You run out of fuel, or you go to the back, and you're still going to finish now with. You'll finish last because it's race back, right? So I mean, he's going to end up at the back. Either way, I would guess.
Well, you
right?
know what? Okay, so he got a tow, and he's got some gas because here he is. And I'll see at the line where exactly he is. 10th. He's still on the lead lap. Even after a tow. Wow. Okay. Awesome.
That's why you never give up.
No, don't retire. Oh, drats, I ran out of fuel. Retire. No, call a tow truck, get gas, and see what happens because you don't know what's going on in these other guys' cockpits.
That's that can-do attitude we'd like to see here. Tarnation TV.
Yes. Thank you, Brian. Unreal. That was bad. I wonder, is it worth taking the penalty? It wouldn't have mattered. He'd be in the same spot. Because he'd go to the end of the longest line. You know what? So, yeah, maybe it was better to run out, call a tow truck, and then get fuel. Because the end of the longest line, I don't believe we're going to go green again, though.
I can't see it.
No, we're not, because the lights are still on. So it's not going to go green. The lights would need to be off right now, and then we would get one more green flag lap to checkered, which will not happen.
Who's on the bottom there? Are they running out?
Robert Breedlove in the 931. He may be running out, or he may just be taking the shortest way around the track.
Well, that's all. I mean, just for conserving. Maybe he didn't. It's so hard to keep up when it's like chaotic with who gets what for the pit windows there. So who's did he get a chance to pit the 4th time or 5th time, or I don't know. I lost track of the yellows.
There's lots of pit stops tonight. Look at that, though. The car in first place position, the 388 of Dan Lovell, has pit 11 times today.
Well,
where did Alex Moe end up?
He should be in good shape.
Alex Moe was dominating this race in 8th. He's currently in 8th position. Alex has led the most. No, he didn't actually. Denny Carroll led the most laps tonight with 20, and Alex Moe led the second most laps with 19. Dan has been up there now in first since Brian ran out of fuel. So just all around crazy. You can lead laps all day long and not win this race. It's unfortunate it had to end under yellow. It was pretty good. The 3 or 4 sections of green flag racing that we had, those long stints of 15, 16 laps, because we had some green flag pit stops going on. It's a fantastic racing. Low line, high line, up the middle, guys coming right up against that wall, guys staying down on the line. It's just, you can race this track. You can race anywhere you want, anywhere you're comfortable.
Once they got it all set up and not too shabby, there were some pretty clean lines there, but that's the thing, right? It's just that different style of driving, taking time, and everyone getting used to it, especially if they not familiar with the back course or courses besides Talladega, which is primarily the one Cup covers.
Right. And there it is. The checkered flag.
Winner for this evening.
And will he have enough fuel to do a burnout? I don't think so.
That's the question. Will it happen?
I think he's out of gas.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Is he out of gas? No, he's still got gas. He might do an early burnout, though, just so he can get the burnout in. It's too bad, too. The car was mint condition until right there. They wrecked him.
Right? Everything was going so nice.
Yeah.
Until this happened.
Now you're on the bank trying to do a burnout.
Get a flash and go back on the road. What happens after the race? People pulled in. Will they continue to get service after the race is over?
No.
No.
Your winner of the Talladega Nights All-Star Race, the number 388, Dan Lovell. Congratulations, Dan. And the rest of your podium, Robert Breedlove and Chris Elliott.
The team race that was on the team that was obviously you're not going to know what to play against. We're going to have to figure out the numbers there.
Sorry, say again?
It was a team race, right?
All right,
no
shot. You with me? 56 to the booth.
Hey now, 56, go ahead.
All right, we're going to do time about real quick. We're going to start with Rodney Sullins coming down there since this is the All-Star race.
Okay. Roger that. Rodney Sullins, you're on the air, man. What a race that was.
That's pretty crazy,
I like Michigan, man. When you guys get rolling, it's a lot of fun to watch.
It is, yeah. It's the old track. I don't know the setup. I don't know whose it was, but it's the old track. Got a little bit different grip levels. Really tough on restarts. Really tough, which I'm sure you've seen. But it is a good track once you get going.
Yeah, a lot of cool lines guys were taking. Some guys like the running the bottom. Some guys like running the wall. It's cool when everybody gets fanned out and does their thing. But what was the fuel situation like? Because we saw Brian from Verst couldn't pit there, obviously, because the pits were closed, ran out of fuel. Right when that yellow came out, the worst time.
Yeah, there were some different strategies, from the cautions and stuff. It was actually working out perfect from what I wanted because I just took my time and drove around. I started T-something and 25th, 27th, I don't even know. And it's working out. I was working my way up slowly, getting tires, getting fuel. And that last time I had it set for 1 can of fuel and right side tires. And that's exactly what I took. and I come out behind Jeffrey. I got up to about, who technically would have been second place probably had the caution not come out. And then I'd have got to race Jeffrey Elliott for the win, and maybe some other guys probably doing the same similar thing. But some guys pitted before I did, obviously, and had to pit earlier. And then, of course, Dan, and then we're able to, I imagine they probably pitted again, and which gave them the ability to stretch it out. And congrats, Dan, on the win. No matter how you get it, you won it. So
Yeah.
good job for him.
He actually made 11 pit stops. According to my stats,
nice.
He made 11 pit stops. And you know what? He had the gas at the right time to take advantage of Brian running out of fuel.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't plan for that. I planned to race to the checkered flag, and it was going to work, but the cautions just hurt.
Yeah, that's always the thing with the yellows. How many did we have? We had 7. Jeffrey was betting on 8. So you were wrong, Jeff.
I was pretty close, but you know what? And Rodney will contest to this. If it would have stayed green, it was a pretty fun, racy track. Yeah. I was having a good time with it once we were getting going, and Rodney, he was coming out of nowhere. So kudos for your top 5 finish there, buddy.
I like those big, wide 2-mile speedways like that. They're cool.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it was about, 12, 13 laps to go. I decided it was go time, and everybody was staying low, so I went to the high side and was making hay out of it.
Yeah, that outside can go, and people don't realize that. But it's kind of you got to watch for the blocks. You got to get some momentum going there. You want to do a dive bomb. You want to stay high, but the outside can go. You can come off that corner and just go right by him again. But I'll let you finish up with Rodney here, Blaine, and we'll move along.
Yeah, man. Thanks again for all the work you do too, man, with all the car paints and everything else. Everything looks really sharp. So looks like we're working our way towards another benefit show for the ALS. So we'll be busy.
Oh yeah. That's going to keep us busy, you and me both, for a little while. Jeffrey, thank you to you and Chris for doing this. It was a fun race. A lot more fun than I thought it was going to be, because there's a lot of people slipping and sliding early and in practice. So I thought it was going to be a big mess, but it wound up being a good race.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. And, like I said, once we got going, it was fun. But like you said, it's very slick on the start. And it's tough for a lot of these guys who are not used to this type of stock track. I mean, it is a stock track, and it's not the easiest thing to drive on. You just got to have real good car control. And not everybody's at that level yet, but I thought they did a pretty decent job. But Rodney, thanks, man. It's always a pleasure coming out to Talladega Nights and showing us your skills. And even it's just not even a Talladega track, man. This guy probably would have won it, Blaine and Brad, but I was there for the fight too. I felt freaking fast.
You were. Yeah, you were. Yeah, it was going to be a fight. I know it'd been fun, but thanks a lot, Blaine. I don't know if you're fixing to cut me away or not. I'd like to make sure and get some thank yous in that you and Brad.
Yeah. Yep, go for it.
Copy. Jeff, Chris, thank you guys for what you do here at Talladega Nights, all the admins and the drivers. Really enjoyed this. Obviously, Blaine, Brad here at Tarnation TV, and I believe Graham McDonald, correct me if I'm wrong, sponsored this so it could be broadcast. I believe that. Is that correct, Jeffrey?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I want to make sure I got the right guy's name in there. So anyway, Race LM, we went through Race LM for this thing tonight. I really appreciate those guys. And Black Rifle Coffee, I'm fixing to go have me a cup. All my Burnt Screwdrivers Racing teammates. And again, Elliott's Talladega Nights. Appreciate it. Thanks for the invite. Had a good time.
Thank you, Rodney.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Rodney.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
So we got to talk to the fourth place guy now.
Who's that guy?
The 56
guy. Where did he come from? That would be me. Grease too.
You got a lap in there, led, and it was good stuff, man. Watching you and especially Alex, man, like him, he was running away with this thing. Ended up a lap down at the end of it all, but.
And unfortunately, that was bad timing. Alex was the man to beat.
So was Denny. Denny had the most laps, and Denny led 20, and Alex led 19.
Wow, they're the best of friends right
So
there.
collectively, they led like 80% of the race.
Well, Denny's fast. Denny's very aggressive. He's good. Alex, he's one of the best on any other tracks. I was right there. I could run him down. I was right there with him to make the move. I think I passed him around the out. He was getting ready to pit, but I was making my move. He was afraid, so he went for the pits because he knows I was about to go blow by him. But kudos to Alex. He ran a super great race.
Yeah, it was fun.
One of the cleanest drivers out there. Doesn't throw no crazy blocks, and it's hard. He ain't gonna throw too many blocks because he don't have too many cars to block because he's out front. But kudos to him. Good guy. Congratulations to Rodney again, 5th place, and obviously the winner, Dan and Breedlove. Look at Breedlove up there in 2nd place. It got mixed up because of his last cautions there. It kind of it was during a green flag pit stops, and Palmer was there. There's a lot of guys. Any Grant Wesley, any of these guys could have won this race up there, and unfortunately, this is how it works. We kind of had to try to figure it out, so it was difficult. But hey, this is what the results are, unofficial. We've got to look at some incidents, but thank you, Blaine, for putting this on, man. I had a good time. I was freaky fast in that Superman ride.
Yeah, even with the 7 yellows, it was still a really fun race to call. The track looks great on the broadcast. The camera angles are awesome. And we had like 30 guys out there, and the green, like the 3 or 4, like we had 3 pretty long green flag runs in there. Cautions always breed cautions, but the green flag runs that we did have, like those 10 to 15 lap runs were really exciting. Watching guys just driving wherever they had to drive.
Exactly. It was fun for us drivers because once we got driving, that's what we want to do. We want to drive the car and make a few moves, and it was really fun when you got to that point. Cautions are always boring. You just want to get through them, but hey, it's part of racing, and most of 3 of them were on restart. So once we went single file, I think it kind of helped a little bit.
It did, yeah.
Well, listen, I'll give a couple of shout outs. Let me cut mine short. Thank you, Blaine, Brad. We got another race tomorrow night, people. I piss excellence. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm a Christian. But anyways, we'll see you guys tomorrow night, 7:00 Eastern time, race number 2. Kudos to my brother in the top 3. Can you handle getting the rest of these guys? Or you need my help?
Sure can. I'll grab them.
I'll give a shout out again to you and Brad, my brother, for having this race, and all the guys that came out.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Jeff. It's a lot of fun.
Thanks.
All right, buddy.
Chris Elliott, number 9, live on the YouTube channel. What's going on, man? 3rd place podium finish.
First of all, Blaine, thanks for what you do. And yes, this is a rare treat. I get to talk to you after a race on the official 3-man podium. And I was very lucky, but thanks, man. It was a rough race, y'all, obviously, with all the cautions, but it was fun to be out there with all these, in my views, all these champions that we had racing tonight. All these guys that raced tonight won a race of some sort during the season, so we know they've got what it takes to win, and they're all good racers, even though we had lots of cautions. So it's just good to be out here with the guys again.
Yeah, and especially at the end, it was coming down to be like more of a fuel thing again. And then the yellow comes out, and you're like, oh, it's too bad I had the end under yellow, because the green flag runs, we were saying to Jeff, the green flag stuff that we were watching was phenomenal racing.
Yeah, we didn't get enough of that, but we had a couple spurts there with some, green flag runs with some laps, and that was fun. At the end there, yeah, I didn't realize that we all had to pit, and that people started pitting before that caution come out. I looked at my fuel, and I was 2 laps short with 10 to go, and people were pitting. I'm like, well, if I just stay out here and clutch it, and maybe it'll go caution, and I can finish, jump up 20 spots, because I was in a 20-something position. And sure enough, that's what happened. So I'll take it.
Nice. Yeah, man, it's awesome. It never fails when we're watching these things. Sometimes you see a guy get in an accident and they just retire. And like Brad and I were talking about, like, you just gotta keep going, because you never know what's going to happen. And you get near the end like that, a weird yellow comes out, guys can't pit because the pits are closed and they're running out of gas. You're gaining spots.
That's true. It's so easy to just turn the motor off and retire because, you work so hard and you don't have a chance. But sometimes lady luck's on your side at the end, like mine tonight, and didn't win, but I didn't expect to win. I was very slow tonight. I just I don't know what was wrong with my car, but it just wasn't firing all cylinders tonight. But it all worked out. Got the third place finish, and got to finish up there with the top dog, so it feels kind of good.
Yeah, it was definitely fun to watch, man. Did you got any final words, any final shout-outs before we toss you out of here and move up to Robert?
Yeah, I want to keep it short. These guys are waiting a long time, but yeah, thanks to Blaine, thanks to my admins, or our admins, I should say, not ours. It's all the guys here at Talladega Nights. They did a terrific job last year and this year. So thanks to those guys. Thanks to all the drivers that hung in there with us, and they keep coming back. There's so many places to race, and they come here and race, and I just can't thank them enough for coming out here and racing. I love every one of them. Thank all the fans out there that might be watching. I want to thank my family, especially my wife, who lets me play this game, and miss a lot of time with her doing it, and I need to cut it back a little bit more. So, but my boys and everybody else, and just want to thanks to everybody. Thank you, Wayne.
Awesome, man. Thank you, Chris. Have yourself a good night, bud.
Yep, you too, bud.
There's Chris Elliott, and what we got now? Was it Robert Breedlove? He's still up there? Yeah, he is. Mr. Robert in the 931, man. Second place finish this evening under yellow, but still an awesome race.
Hey, thanks, Blaine. It was more like a probably 25th place car, and we just decided not to pit anymore.
It was that simple, eh? With so many yellows, you're just like, you know what? We could probably make it.
Yeah, with me and Dan had the same strategy. We just pitted every time we could pit, and that last pit stop, I think we pitted 3 times and just got all the fuel we could, and we were just like, okay, this is it. Either you don't run out of gas or you run out of gas. So.
On those longer runs, were tires a problem?
Well, with me, tires at this track is always a problem, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, different. Just depends on the driving style, right? I always drive the hell out of the car. Sometimes I need to pit for tires before I need to pit for gas because I just burn them right off.
That's exactly how I am. It's like they're just trash after about 10 laps, so it doesn't matter for me.
Right. Yeah. It's hard to try to save tires early and watch everybody drive away, you know. But then a couple of quick yellows, he's like, no, maybe it's just going to be yellows today. You can kind of just go for it anyhow.
It's a tricky track. I mean, especially with that setup, it's kind of loose at the beginning, so you got to be very careful at the beginning, which, you know, some of us weren't.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I like Michigan. I like, I'm a big fan. What's the other one? Is it Fontana? It's a similar track, right? 2 mile D-shaped thing.
Yeah, Fontana's similar.
Yeah, a lot of these bigger.
It's got some different lanes that you can pass on the high side once in a while and the low side. So it's got like 3 different lanes.
Yeah, that's what we were watching there. Some guys really like staying down the bottom, and other guys take it right up to the wall. So all kinds of space out here today. So it was a lot of fun to watch, man. Did you have any shout outs you want to toss down before we move on to Dan?
I just want to thank you guys for putting it on once again, and Jeffrey for all he does, and Chris for putting it on us. So it was fun.
Cool, man. You coming up tomorrow too for the trucks?
I'm gonna try to be there.
Awesome. Well, we'll be here too.
All right, man. Go get Dan so he can get to bed.
Right on. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right, man. Thanks again. Congratulations on second place finish, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, man. Thanks.
Awesome. There goes Robert. And Dan Lovell is there it is. Dan Lovell is your race winner this evening to 388, man. What's going on?
Oh, yeah. Fuel strategy is all it was, buddy. Just getting every drop in it every time. I think I pitted like maybe 10 or 11 times and just shove it full of fuel and clutch all the way on that last run and save all I could save.
Yeah, watching Brian, we're going, oh, okay. I wonder if he's going to have enough, because then the pits were closed. It looked like he was lining up to go in there. And then watching him run out, then be able to get a tow, get more fuel, and actually get back out again and end up with a 13th place finish on the lead lap, I thought was kind of crazy.
Yeah, those guys stopped on the track up there. I thought I was going to run into somebody because I was like, "Why are they stopped?"
Yeah.
But I think there was a miscommunication. They should have drove on around to the rear of the field because we had them a lap down because they had all pitted, and there was like 3 or 4 of us that had stayed out. Me and Breedlove and a couple of others had stayed out, and we were on the lead lap and they weren't. And I think there was some confusion. So I know it probably looked funny on the broadcast, all those cars stopped and me going between them and passing them, but I stayed where I was supposed to. You know, my spotter was saying stay behind the pace car. So I did what it told me to do.
Right. Yeah. It did look funny because there was a lot of slow moving vehicles out there. I'm thinking, okay, we just got under yellow. What's going on right now? But
yeah, I wasn't losing my spot because I knew I was ahead of them by a lap because they'd all pitted. So it's just fuel strategy. I mean, sometimes Greg says all the time, why are you clutching? It doesn't do any good here. He's wrong.
there you go. How much did you have left? I mean, you had enough left to do a burnout a couple times.
Yeah, but if it would have stayed green, I was probably going to be about a third to a half a lap short. But I felt like, you know, I was far enough ahead of the leaders. I mean, the pack that had pitted at that time, I probably could have coasted across and still took the win. Me and Breedlove were, I think Breedlove might have been a little bit shorter on fuel than I was because I was actually clutching and drifting through the turns while he was just lifting off the throttle. So I think he might have been about a lap short, and I was about maybe a third to a half a lap short.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah, that's what you say. Good strategy. Tires weren't an issue. Obviously not under yellow.
Not at all. I was good. I took 4 tires that last stop in, made sure I had good fresh tires, and you know you can usually get about an extra 3 or 4 laps on the tires past green flag run. They last pretty good at this track if you know how to conserve them, especially if you're clutching and getting down to like 162, 164 in the turns instead of 170. I was saving a lot of tread, so I was good on tires.
Perfect, man. That's awesome. Yeah, congratulations on the win, dude. And yeah, any final words, shout outs you want to go? Let it rip.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to everybody, you know, that puts this together. Thanks, Jeffrey, for all that you've put into this over the years and, you know, for the fantastic racing we have here. Good group of guys to race with. Best I've ever raced with in my life. I've been racing on this game for altogether about 21 years. So it's a lot to say when, you know, I've been involved in a lot of different leagues and helped run leagues and everything. And this is absolutely the best place I think I've ever raced. So I appreciate everybody here, all the racers here, all the admins, you, Blaine, Brad, you know, y'all put this together and give us a good broadcast. Appreciate you guys. Just want to give a shout out to my beautiful wife, Bonnie, my kids, Rachel, Savannah, Edward, and Morgan, my grandkids, Aria, and Sophia, Grayson, and little Edward, and my just the rest of my family and all my fans that are watching out there. Appreciate you guys, all of you.
That's awesome, man. You named enough names here to have a defensive line.
Yeah, I've got more grandkids on, you know, with other
That's fantastic.
marriages, but you know, I mentioned the I've got 8 altogether.
That's awesome,
But,
dude. That's
yeah, it's
fantastic.
a big family, and I appreciate everybody that you know, watches and everybody that participates in this. It's been a blast ever since I've been here. Plan on being around for a lot longer.
Yeah, it's good having you, man. We'll probably see you here tomorrow.
We're going to have some changes coming up soon. I will be heading up, you know, the me and I think Buckshot are going to be working with the Sunday night league. So going to have some exciting things coming up. So looking forward to that after these, you know, seasons here end and everything.
Cool. Yeah, it's always evolving. So it's good to see. It'll be fun to see what happens.
Well, appreciate you guys, Blaine, Brad. Thanks for everything. Thanks, Jeffrey. Thanks, Ken. Thanks, Frank, for the paint jobs. Awesome paint jobs. That car was fast tonight. I believe the paint helped. All those red, white, and blue cars were really good tonight. So, you know, I got a little bit behind there, but it paid off at the end.
Yeah, man, it was a fun race to watch, and those cars did look hot.
Appreciate you. Thanks, you guys.
Awesome, man. Have yourself a good night. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good.
Congrats, there, Dan. Good job, buddy.
Thanks, Chris. Man, good race, guy.
Hey, Blaine.
Yes, sir.
You got 2 more minutes. I want to bring Bob down. He wants to do the factoids for the fans real quick. Okay?
Yep.
I'll bring him down.
Yep,
All right,
let's do it.
There he goes.
Bob
There
Dixon.
is Mr. Dixon.
We got the factoids. I'll give the microphone to you. Let her rip. Do your thing.
Yep. Thank you, Blaine. I'm here, and the factoids are coming at you. The top 5 fastest laps of the night. An honorable mention was Chris Elliott. In 5th place was Keith Bynum. Keith did a 39.248 second lap. That's 183.449 mile per hour, lap 32. 4th was Mark Paglia. Pags did a 39.237 second lap. That's 183.501 mile per hour, lap 44. The 3rd was Ken Roberts. Ken did a 39.216 second lap. That's 183.599 on lap 3. But on the next lap, lap 4, Rod Weston tied Ken's time. So Rod also did a 39.216 second lap at 183.599 lap 4. And I'm happy to announce that the fastest lap.
Hey, Bob. Can we? Do we need to do a drum roll or maybe set this up a little bit better? Because this person that got the top spot had no first or second gear. Is that correct, Bob?
Yeah, that's correct.
All right, so let's listen to this. Go ahead, Bob.
All right, the fastest lap of the night goes to Bob Dixon. I did a 39.205 second lap. That's 183.650 on lap 46. End of drum roll.
With no first or second gear.
Yep. On lap 46, I lost first and second gear halfway in the race. All right. The most laps led was Denny Carroll at 20, Alex Moe at 19, Josh Slocum at 5, Grant Wesley at 5, Dan Lavelle. Congrats on your win, Dan. Did a 4. John Godfrey 3, Brian Lovell 1, Keith Bynum 1, Doug Hulick 1, and Jeffrey Elliott 1. And that's your factoids of the night.
Awesome. Always great hearing the factoids, Bob. Thanks again for that.
Thanks, Bob.
Thanks for you and Blaine, for you and Brad for hosting us tonight.
Always a pleasure.
Appreciate it. All right.
Thanks, Bob. Have a good night. Have a good night,
thanks
Chris.
for the facts.
Yep. Good night.
Thanks, guys. Good night, guys.
See ya. All right. Where is my microphone? You got me, bud? Thanks to Bob, by the way, for the factoids of the evening.
In the Discord.
I can't hear Brad. I don't know what happened.
What's up?
I hear the bleeps, but I don't hear the voice.
No, you can't hear me.
Why can? Oh, okay. Wait a second. You're coming through on the broadcast. We're having a sound glitch right now. I can see the meter. I can see the meters, which means I know exactly what this means. This is my computer doing the funny sound stuff, as it always does. I have to go into legacy record settings, and I have to. Oh no. Interesting. This is not the way. How about now?
I still hear you the whole time.
That's really weird. I can see your voice coming up on the broadcast, but I cannot hear you. So you're broadcasting to the world, but I am completely deaf, and I don't know why. Sorry, everybody, for the unprofessional ending to this to this broadcast. I don't know what is going on right now. This is very strange.
Why am I muted?
Output.
Looks like I'm muted.
Hey, there it is. The output device was disabled. Hey. Okay.
Hey, now we're live.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody could hear what you were saying, but I couldn't for some reason. It was the broadcast was picking it up. I could see the meter going, but I could hear.
Oh, we were
nothing.
live. We were live. Then you may want to edit that out. I don't know. I cannot honestly say. I thought we were off. Like that's what we said. We quit that. So
No, we were,
could have
we
got a little
were
spice in
live.
it.
So whatever you were saying, everybody heard it. So I'm gonna have to.
Well, whoopsie daisies.
Well, shucks. Hopefully it was
Hopefully
clean,
nothing,
not
'cause I was
Tarnation
doing
TV
well.
Turbo.
Well, it could have been terrible because I was just like, yeah, muttering to myself. I'm like, yo, I'm here on the microphone and bad words. So if you're in for a laugh or something even worse than unconscious stream of thought.
That's the thing. Sometimes you never know. The mics are open. But anyhow, yeah, what a great race. Congratulations to Dan. Thank you, everybody, for watching the race this evening. Tomorrow we will be back at a couple hours earlier to do the truck race. As always, man, thanks for helping me do this.
Thank you, sir. Always good to be here, and thanks for all the stuff you do and letting me just show up half-dressed and ill-prepared.
Right. It's a lot of fun to hang out, man. It's one way we do it. Either we're playing games or we're watching them. So and I wouldn't be watching any other game other than a racing game. So let's do it this way.
Fantastic.
Yeah, man. So your all-star winner this evening was Dan Lovell in a race that was a little bit different. I'm a big fan of running some different tracks. Talladega is always amazing, but there is a lot of tracks around, and it is fun when we get to go to a different one. So for those of you who were watching on the YouTube, we got a lot of hits tonight. We got 150 hits. Is that a new record? I think 180 was the record.
I don't know.
It's showing 144 views currently with 14 people watching now live. So the 144 views is pretty awesome. And so people who do watch, we do thank you very much for doing that. And subscriptions are free for the next 10 minutes. So hit that subscribe button. Wait, what are you doing tomorrow? You gonna take that hat back? It's weird. It's a weird hat. You should take that hat back.
The hat?
That hat you're wearing. I hate it.
Yeah.
You walked into the studio with that hat, and I was able to keep it quiet until now how much I hate that hat.
Well, you hate how bald I am even more, so
you're right.
That's why. That's why I hide my shame. My bald shame.
I'm wearing this Deftones shirt, right? So I texted a picture to Dan because we're massive Deftones fans. And I said, I'm going out in public, so I got to represent the tones. So then he goes, the salt and pepper looks good. I'm like, God damn it. Just the beard, My beard's going gray.
Yeah.
I'm like, my beard was in the picture. No, I'm been foiled again. Make sure to edit your photos before you send them to your friends.
Yeah, you get all gray and wrinkly, and that's just some of the years on you. How it goes.
It's been a rough life. But we'll be back here again tomorrow doing it all over again. So again, man, thanks a lot for helping me do this. We're just about 2 hours and 20 minutes on the broadcast, so I guess it's bedtime.
And that's enough fun. We'll do it again another night. So much fun. Let's do it again tomorrow, in fact.
Right. Let's go in circles. And we'll be in pickup trucks. So be sure to tune in tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to this very channel. Notification bell if you've clicked it. YouTube will probably text you a message when we go live, just in case you forget. Thanks again for watching. And of course, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy and keep your stick on the ice.
And as always, if you enjoyed what we did tonight, send your donations to sendbrad$1.com/.ca/free website hosting.org.